Hello and welcome to my new video. In my last video, I explained the system properties, which includes overview, available system properties, add a system property, create system properties module, and create system properties category. In this video, I will explain the scripting, which includes overview of scripting, client-side scripting, client-side glide classes, server-side scripting, and server-side glide classes. So let's start with the overview of scripting. In ServiceNow, we use the scripts within our instance to extend the capabilities of our instance beyond standard configuration. These scripts enable you to automate process, enhance functionality, and seamlessly integrate your instance with external applications. Script allow user to automate repetitive tasks and processes, reducing manual effort and improving efficiency. This includes automating workflows, notifications, data manipulation, and more. ServiceNow provides a highly customizable platform, and scripting allow user to tailor the system to meet specific business requirements. By writing scripts, user can customize UI behavior, implement complex business rules, and create unique functionalities. Scripting enables seamless integrations between ServiceNow and other systems within the organization ecosystem. User can write scripts to interact with external APIs, databases, and applications, facilitating data exchange and process automation across different platforms. Script enables users to manipulate data stored within ServiceNow platform. This includes querying, updating, and transforming data to uh, support reporting, analytics, and decision-making processes. ServiceNow provides a powerful scripting environment that allow user to extend the platform capabilities beyond its out-of-the-box features. With scripting, user can address unique business requirements and adapt the platform to evolving needs over time. ServiceNow offers APIs in various forms, including JavaScript classes and web services, allowing you to define specific functionalities within your scripts. It's important to note that access to commonly used JavaScript objects like DOM or window is restricted. Additionally, Jelly scripts employed in certain modules facilitate the transformation of XML into HTML, incorporating both clients and server-side scripts. Scripts can be categorized as server-side or client side. Server side can be executed on the server or database level, while client side uh, operating within the user's browser environment. This is the you can say that the overview of scripting in ServiceNow. Then the next is client side scripting. Client-side scripting in ServiceNow refers to scripting that execute within the user's web browser environment. It is primarily used to enhance the user experience by providing dynamic and interactive functionality directly within the ServiceNow user interface. Client-side scripts allow user to customize the behavior and appearance of forms, lists, and other UI elements. This includes modifying field visibility, making fields mandatory or read-only, and dynamically updating UI components based on the user interaction. Users can implement client-side validation logic to ensure that data entered by users meets specific criteria before submission. This helps prevent errors and ensures data integrity within the system. Client-side scripts enable dynamic interaction between fields on the form. For example, user can create scripts that show or hide certain fields based on the value of other fields, dynamically populated field values, or calculated field values based on user input. Then ServiceNow provides the glide form API, which is accessible within client-side scripts and provides methods for interacting with form element, submitting form data, and retrieving field values. There are three types of client script: onload, onchange, and onsubmit. Onload client scripts run when the form or page is loaded. Then On-change client script run when something specific gets changed, and also when the form or page loads. On submit client scripts run when the form is submitted. So let's navigate to my personal developer instance to explore the further. So for example, you can see that this is the, you can say, a catalog item. So we can try to write a client script for the phone number field, so that if user enter other than the numeric value like any alphabet, so system gives the error message and clear the value. So for this we can write the client script. First we open the, you can say that catalog item, and then so for client script, you can open the client catalog client script section and click on the new. Then the client script form is opened. In first field we write the name, like phone number validation. Then it applies to catalog item active, then UI type. You can select the UI type all, then type, like three types of client script: on change, on load, and on submit. So we select on change. When we select the on change, then it asks for the variable on the basis of which the script runs, like the our, you can say that variable is phone. So we select the phone, then we write the script. By using the if condition, if, and using is. So this is the function which checks that it is numeric value or not. Then new value, if new value is not a number, then g underscore form dot add error message numeric value and g form dot clear value. So we write the on change client script uh, in which it checks the variable phone. If the value entered in phone is not a number, then it displays the error message enter numeric value and also clear this variable value. So let's save this first. Now we can refresh this catalog item form. So type of contact is phone number. If we write alphabet, you can see that it cleared the value and also displaying the error message internumeric value, which we write here internumeric value, and also it clears the value. But if we write numeric value, it accepts that value. So in this way you can say that the client scripts work. Then client side glide classes. The ServiceNow glide classes expose JavaScript APIs that enables you to conventionally work with tables using scripts. Using the glide APIs, you can perform database operations without writing SQL queries, displaying UI pages, and define UI actions. The following tables provide, you can say that the list uh, pro- uh, provides the different client-side API glide classes like glide Ajax, glide dialog window, glide form, glide list to, glide menu, and glide user. We can use the glide Ajax to execute server-side code from the client side. Then glide dialog window. We use this class to display dialog window. Then glide form. We use this class to customize lists including normal list and related list. Then glide menu. We use this class to customize UI context menu items. Then glide user, we use this class to get session information about the current users and current user role. So these are the different, you can say that client side glide classes. Then the next is server side scripting. Server side scripting in ServiceNow refers to scripting that is executed on the server or database level rather than within user's web browser's environment. It is used to automate process, enforce business rules, manipulate data, and perform various other tasks within the ServiceNow platform. Server-side scripts are commonly used to implement business logic and rules within ServiceNow applications. This includes enforcing data validation rules, calculating field values, and enforcing process workflows. Server-side scripts are used in script includes business rules, script REST APIs, schedule jobs, access controls. These all you can say that we can utilize the server-side scripting. These. So script includes are reusable server-side JavaScript object that encapsulate server-side logic and functionality. They allow user to organize the centralized common server-side code for easier maintenance and reuse across multiple scripts and applications. Then business rules are server side scripts that executes when certain conditions are met, such as before or after a record is inserted, updated, or deleted. They are used to enforce business logic and automate actions such as sending notifications, updating related records, or performing data validations. Then scripted REST APIs. ServiceNow allow user to create custom REST APIs using server-side scripting. These APIs enable integration with external systems by providing endpoints for data retrieval, creation, updating, and deletion using standard HTTP methods. Then schedule jobs. Server-side scripts can be scheduled to run at specific times or intervals using schedule jobs. This allows user to automate recurring tasks such as data cleanup, report generation, or system maintenance activities. Then access controls. Server-side scripts can enforce access controls and security policies within ServiceNow applications. Users can write scripts to restrict access to certain data or functionality based on the user roles, permissions, or other criteria. Server-side scripting performance is critical for maintaining system responsiveness and scalability. User should optimize server-side scripts to minimize execution time and resource usage, especially for scripts that run frequently or operate on large data sets. Then server-side glide classes. This is the list of server-side glide classes like glide record. We use this class for database operations instead of writing SQL queries. Glide record is a special Java class that can be used in JavaScript exactly as if it were a native JavaScript class. A glide record is an object that contains records from a single table. Then glide element. We use this class to operate on the fields of current glide record. Then glide system, we can use this class to get information about the system. Then glide aggregate, we use this class to perform the database aggregation queries such as count, sum, minimum, maximum, and average for creating customized reports or calculation in calculated fields. Then glide date time, we use this class to perform date time operations such as date time calculation, formatting a date time, or converting between date time formats. So let's explore the client side scripting scripts like business rule and script includes on my personal developer instance. So let me open my developer instance. So to navigate to the business rule, type business rules. So under the system definition, this is the business rule. Then this table contains all the list of business rule. So we can click the new business rule by click on this new button. Then this is the form of the business rule. Here we can write the name of business rule. Then we select the table on which the business rule runs. Then when to run, we select the you can say that trigger condition, like it runs on the insert, update, or delete, or on query. And in action we can select the action. But if we click on the advanced option, then it shows some other sections and other options, like when we select the advanced, then it shows when to run and when, where we select that it runs before, after, sync, or display. Then in order field we set the order of our you can say that business rule. Then if we select before, then and select insert, then the business rule runs when before the record is inserted on the selected table. So in this way we define the trigger condition of you can say that business rule. Then in action we define any action to like add message, about action. Then in advance we write the script. Here we write the server side script. So this is the form of business rule. Then under the system definition, this is the script include. So this is the table of script include. We can write you can say that new script include by click on this new button. Then here we can write the name, then client callable, and description, then script. So there are different options, you can say that fields are available on this script include form. So in this way we can write the server side script for database operations. So that's all for this session. Before I wrap up, let's quickly review what I have covered in this session. So I explained the overview of scripting, then client-side scripting, then client-side glide classes, then server-side scripting, and then server-side glide classes. So that's all for you can say that this session. In my next video I will cover the service portal. Thank you.